My name is Taylor. I hope that you're having a good day. I hope that you are having a great day. But if you happen to be having a really shitty day, I do hope that it gets just a little bit better. All right, let's get started. Oh, that was a little high. Okie dokie. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for episode 6 of the Grief Brief series. Now, if you have not been watching all of the other episodes, I will give you a quick rundown of what this is all about. Basically, my mom died in September of 2016. And I spent the months that followed recording myself talking on my Instagram and Snapchat about all of my feelings, what I was dealing with, the ins and outs of grief and death, what you can expect, what people don't talk about, and just how I was feeling. And so that is what we have now. I saved a lot of those videos. I recorded a lot of other videos that people haven't seen yet, and I will be sharing those twice a week. I will also be adding in extra videos about grief as a whole that aren't necessarily just about my experience, but just some facts and tidbits. So, welcome aboard. Basically, in this episode, I talk about two things that sort of wrap into each other. So I start off by explaining why you probably shouldn't be friends with your parents' friends on Facebook. They care so much, but not all of them necessarily understand the ins and outs of Facebook. They don't all understand your sarcasm and your personality exactly to know when you are sort of crying out for help and when you're just sort of making light of a freaking awful situation. I was also on the flip side dealing with a lot of people who were projecting onto me what they thought I should be feeling, what my emotions should be based on the situation, how I should be reacting and what I should be feeling and doing and how I should be going about that. And that was rough. I got people who were questioning whether or not I missed my mom. People were like, you haven't cried, so do you even miss her? No, I don't. I don't miss her. Who is she? She's only the woman who raised me by herself for 25 years. Nah, I don't miss her at all. Of course I miss my mom. Of course I was dealing with a lot of things. But at the same time, because I was my mom's only child, we don't have any family in the state anymore. And our family is super spread out and all over the place, not like the closest. So that meant that I was the one who had to take care of everything. Finances, legal stuff, all of it. So I had a lot of stuff to deal with. So I couldn't crumble and fall apart and cry all the time. So I basically felt like I was supposed to be showcasing and exhibiting how I was feeling for about the first couple of months after my mom died. Like, people were watching me, like I had to be on my grieving toes. And I just basically talked about why you shouldn't project what people should be, your expectations on how someone should grieve. Let people grieve in their own way. Just be there to support them and help them and reach out to them. Don't tell them how they should or shouldn't be feeling. Just make sure that they're taken care of. And that is what you're going to hear me talk about. I hope I don't step on any toes with this video, but I am just living in my truth. So I'm going to be honest. And I hope you enjoy. So I'm just going to say this because I had a quick thought. Don't become friends with your friends, your loved ones, coworkers, or family members. Like if it's specifically your parents. If your parents pass away, do not become friends on Facebook or any other social media with their friends or coworkers, because they will comment. And they'll be like, you know how like you're friends with your mom or your grandma and then they make comments and you're kind of embarrassed? Now multiply that by like 50 people. No, don't do it. Don't do it. It's just not worth it. I'm telling you that right now because I care. I'm making these videos and a lot of them are very lighthearted, particularly because I'm talking about a hard topic and it's easier to kind of be light about it than to be like solemn. And I think that also makes them a little bit more interesting and bearable to watch. And sometimes I'll post like a clip of them on Facebook and then I get comments from my mom's coworkers or friends being like, my heart is breaking for you. I'm so sad. You have a beautiful black angel watching over you, and you know, stay strong. Oh my God, I'm so worried about you. Please call me. Please go to the doctor. All these things. And they mean well. These people mean so well, but it is overwhelming because it's typically a lot of people you don't really know at all or well enough for them to kind of be the level of concern that they seem to be. And it's nice and everybody has a good heart, but it's just overwhelming when it feels like people are pushing on to you how they think you should be feeling or how you must be feeling. And it's like, I'm not sad every single second of every day. I carry this weight with me that I want to go to therapy to sort of hopefully alleviate. But I'm not, I cry. I cried yesterday. I cry and I'm sad and I think about things all the time, but I'm not so sad all the time that people need to be telling me how concerned they are for me. You know what I mean? Like, okay, take that concern and turn it into an action, but your words via the book of face, they don't mean much. And they're particularly not very helpful. So, I just wanted to say that, and I also would like to say this. Do not tell people or put onto people how they should be feeling, how you think they should be feeling. I'm not talking about these people commenting on Facebook, although that's part of it, but like even like within the days following my mom's death, when I had to make phone calls or talk to people, or people would see me and they'd be like, you know, Taylor, you're pretty cheerful right now, you sound kind of happy. And it's like, okay, it's just part of the way my voice sounds. I have a lot of all of my jobs have been customer service, so even if I'm in a bad mood, I know how to make my voice sound good, because that's been my job for years. Okay, thanks. I'm also an actor, so also capable of changing that and masking other things. It's called layers. I am an onion, if you will. But regardless, just don't tell people how they should be feeling. Don't make comments on like, oh, you're super sad, or you're not sad enough, or you're still sad about that. That was months ago. And my mom passed away like not even 3 weeks ago. So like, I'm not at a place where people are saying those things, but that's part of a fear that I have, that like, because I know right now where I'm at is I have so many things logistically to take care of with her apartment, and just like legally and finances and all of these things to take care of, that I can't fully give all of myself to the grieving process, because if I let myself get there, I'm the only person who's responsible to take care of everything. So it's not possible for me to let myself go. So it's like a concern I have, because I feel like once all of that has happened, you know, it's October, I've got to get through Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Her birthday is in January. Like all of these rough things. I just feel like a wave of stuff is coming towards me emotionally. So yeah, I just have so many things logistically on my mind. It's like a mental like to-do list that just keeps adding up. And even if you cross one thing out, it doesn't really matter because you have all these other things. And it's like, when I don't have stuff to take care of or things to figure out, then I feel like I will be able to let go emotionally more so. I mean, not that I don't cry and things like that, but I feel like it'll hit me in a deeper way than the way it's hit me thus far. And it's scary to think that could be what happens. And it's also nerve-wracking because I feel like that'll be months and months and months after the fact, and then people will still be like, like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's really eager to help and like putting in their 2 cents now, but it's that fear, that nervousness that they won't be there when you really need them. It's like, how long is this help? I wish people would almost put like a timestamp on like, if you need anything at all, let me know. And then they tell you. But I mean, like, for the next like month or so, 3 months max. And after that, like, don't call me, because like that's a bit much. You know what I mean? That's sort of like a fear of mine. Not everybody. I think there will be people who are there for me, but it's like you have this huge community of people who are showering with you with love, which you really need, because the number one source of your unconditional love is now no longer alive, and so that's freaking terrible. My point is, don't tell people how to feel. Grieving takes a long freaking time. There's no right way, there's no wrong way to grieve. You're gonna grieve the way you feel. It's different for everybody, but it's also the same in so many ways. But do what you need to do for you. Take care of yourself. You're not gonna know what that means, so Google it. I did that yesterday, so please do that. Do your eyebrows, which I haven't done, which is why my unibrow is growing in. But do whatever you want to do, and don't tell someone who's experienced a loss, especially a significant loss, how they can feel or when it's appropriate to stop feeling things, because their life is forever changed. It's a point blank, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's easy to say that to people if you never, people who tend to, I think, feel that way are people who've never lost like such a huge loss. And, or like, you know, their parents died or their grandparents died when they were super freaking old. But it's like, my life has changed forever. My life will never be the same. And that is such a complicated, messy, stressful, anxiety-ridden thing to feel and know. I will be dealing with that for the rest of my life. Everything that happens to me for the rest of my life, I'll be like, my mom's not here. Every time somebody says the word mom, I'll be like, my mom is dead. Literally, that's what's happened. Anytime somebody's mentioned their own mother or said the word mom, I'm like, I don't have a mom anymore. My mom's dead. My mom's dead. My mom's dead. And it's just sort of like when I get married, when I have kids, when I, you know, buy a car, or buy a house, or do something really freaking cool in my life, my mom won't be here for it. I think she's here in more of a spiritual way, but not like here. You know what I mean? It's different. It's different. And so let people be. There will be things that 10 years from now I'm going to cry about because my mom's not here and she died. And that's okay. So don't put your expectations on people. Shut up and just ask them what they need. And then do that thing and show up for them. Bye. And that is all for this episode of the Grief Brief. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you watched the other videos. I do hope it helps. If you liked it, feel free to like the video, subscribe, comment. I have a lot of advice and research about grief. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. You can expect a video from the Grief Brief series every Monday and Friday until I have no more videos to upload about it. Yeah, I hope you have a great weekend, or whatever day it is. I hope that the rest of the days that follow get better and better. Thank you again so much for watching and listening to me talk about stuff. It was really nice of you to stay this long. Alright, have a great day. I'll see you Monday. Bye!